What's up, YouTube? Got a late night live feed for you. Nothing special, man. Nothing special. Just using this chat GBT to run some numbers for my business, little personal numbers, and test out this microphone that I just got. I think I got it connected. Hopefully, do I got it connected? Shoot, how in the world do I figure that out? Wait a minute, let me see. Test it. Hold on. There you go. Oh, no, it worked. Yeah, I think it worked. Yeah, okay. Then again, I'm in the house, so it's gonna sound good no matter what. It's gonna sound good just because I'm in the house. I really got to test it outside when I'm like driving down the road, but I know it worked. I know it worked. It's all good, man. Okay, Chat GBT. Let's see what we can come up with. Do some research over here. This little AI robot. Okay, what we looking at? Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. All right, let me tell it what we doing. Let's see. I have my own trucking company. Um, my truck note is $0. Um, my factoring charges 3%. What else do we need to know? I rent a drive-in trailer for how much is a drive-in trailer? Let me look and see. How much can I get a drive-in trailer for? Let me go over there and see right quick. Drive-in trailer, where we at? Um, I like to pick up a drop-in trailer and bring it right back to where I got it from. But they got other options. Like if I wanted to pick up and drop off in like Texas or something. Like if I were here to the oil field, I get a trailer and drop off in Texas or something like that. But I like doing something like this where I can pick it up and drop it off in the exact same spot. Y'all know fleet equipped leasing, baby. That's where I get my trailers from, man. They got 10 years of newer, brand new tires. They got good 5-star ratings. I already got my trailers from them before, but the price is high because they 2025 trailers, but it's $30.50 a day. So let's go and put that into the software. Rent my trailers. Let's say I rent a drive-in trailer for $30.50 per day. All right, what else you need to know? Truck no zero, factoring 3%. Drive in $30.50 a day. My truck gets, let's just take a guess, 5.5 miles per gallon. I use my flap fuel card, so pump price averages $3.30 around the USA. Okay. All right, what else we need to know? Okay. I want to run. Let's do 600 miles per day, 7 days per week. The minimum rate per mile for faithful drive-in. We're gonna say $2 a mile. What can I gross in 30 days? All right, let's see what it come up with. All right, yeah, let it do the math. Let's see what it come up with. Can I make this bigger? Okay, there we go. Let's see what it come up with. All right. 600 miles a day, 7 days a week, 4,200, 4,200 miles a week. That sound like what they doing right now at the Russians, about 4,200 miles a week. Ain't that what they claim on their settlement? All right, 18,000 miles a month. Okay. We get $2 a mile with a drive-in trailer. It's $36,000 gross for the month. We owe factoring 3%. That's $1,080. We pay $30.50 a day for a brand new trailer. That's $915 a month, or for 30 days. Fuel, we get 5.5 miles to the gallon. Now, I never calculated how much my truck get, mile per gallon, because that ain't all that stuff is irrelevant to me. But I'm just taking a guess. I have no idea. But we just gonna go with 5.5. So that's how many gallons we need per month. Fuel would be like $10,000. That's what, 2,500, about 2,600 a week. Yeah, that sound about right. 2,600 a week. Using mud flap. Okay, and net out the factoring trailer and fuel. So it says I would take home $23,000 if I ran 600 miles a day for 30 days straight. Grossing 36. Then out the factoring trailer and fuel, 23,200. Ain't no way to calculate no tolls. I mean, I'm not going to the Northeast, so I wouldn't even calculate tolls because I got a classic, man. I'm not going to New York. I'm not finna be up there on nobody. Yeah, I go to Pennsylvania. I may go to New Jersey. I would have to map that out first because I think New Jersey is still safe for a classic. But like all them cities that's got that it's like a 4-lane road with that center divider in the middle, and you gotta like you get off to the right and like how do I explain it? It's like a U-turn you do back to the light, like all that tight stuff up there, man. I ain't doing none of that. I ain't really got too much experience running the Northeast in my trucking career. That just ain't my lane up there. Unless somebody paying down there, somebody paying, we'll go up there. Somebody said $2,600 a week for fuel. What are you basing that off, Cali or in Oregon? Oh, we gotta go back through the mouth. All right, let me go back up. Um, let's go back to fuel. Fuel costs so 18,000 miles. So let's go back up. How do we get 18? So we run 600 miles a day, 7 days a week. That's 4,285 miles for the week. See that? 4,285 miles a week. So that's what we basing the fuel off of at 5.5 miles to the gallon, 3,273 gallons. The price at the pump, $3.30. Now, of course, without a fuel card, the price at the pump is like, if you're on the East Coast, $4, $5. You on the West Coast, $4, $5. But I got mud flaps, so I don't think I can. Let me log in a mud flap and see if y'all can see the actual price at the pump I pay. Oh, let me see if they'll show it. Fuel. Oh, they might show it. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, they want an address. Oh, there you go. Okay, well, there it is right there. Oh, so that's what I pay right there. So I did 330 on average. So as you can see, this whole entire centerpiece of America, like basically the average is like $3.30. Even on the East Coast, I mean, down here, all this down here is $3.30. And if I go up here, I can still get like 330. So that's why I said on average $3.30. Because with my fuel card, That's what I get. Obviously I can't go into California, so all this $4 that ain't got nothing to do with me. But I can go to like Nevada, Arizona, and still get 330. I can come way up here, so that's where I get my fuel price from. Huh. Oh man, look at that, man! Shoot, out there telling people I got a credit limit over there in Mud Flap, man, $2,000, man. Do y'all pay y'all bills on time? I pay my bills on time, baby. Yeah, okay, I use credit. Yeah, okay, you caught me. I use credit. Okay, yeah, okay. I got $2,000 credit limit over at Mud Flap with a $0 balance. I know the $0. Andrew, why you don't keep a balance on there like everybody? I'm not everybody else. I ain't got no balance. How does Mud Flap work? Or you just swipe the card at the pump and start pumping? That's really all to it right there. Yeah, it's just like a debit card. You just put the card in the pump and start pumping diesel. You don't spend that much running a reefer at -10. Yeah, I don't know anything about that. Does Mudflat work on gasoline cars? Yeah, it do. Yeah, I get fuel in my car with Mudflat too. They don't get no discount though, but it work with cars too. I mean, it work with a whole lot of stuff. It's just not gas. Um, it I can't tell you what all they do. You have to go on their website and see. But it's a lot of other stuff besides gas that you can use it for. Yeah, Mudflap charge you every Tuesday at midnight. J King said I had 12K on mine. Yeah, if I add my other two trucks on here, they'll probably bring it up to about 6,000. Let me just make sure I ain't skip no questions. I think that's it. Okay, let me swap back over. So yeah, that's where I got the $3.30 from. So what we're looking at is if we run 600 miles a day at $2 a mile. See, I just said $2 a mile. See, I ain't say more money. I didn't say I just said $2 a mile, just two, because I know we can get on DAT load board and find $2 a mile. Let me make sure. Let me go ahead and see. Go ahead and see. So here we are right here. What this is between $1.97 and 2.27. That's in Houston. Let me see what's going on in Iraq. Okay, so we can get $2 a mile. That's all we need to know. Okay. I mean, if we can get more, that's even better. But I'm just basing it off $2 a mile. So we run 30 days and we gross 36,000. And after factoring, renting a brand new trailer and fuel, we had $23,200. That's in 30 days. Now, one may say, well, Andrew, you got 12.7. What if the engine explode and blow up? Well, you got $23,000 in 30 days. So buy a new engine. That'd be buy a new engine. Hell, that's how much is a new engine? American Fleet Inc. Let me see what my boys over here got going on their new engines. They got the price on here on Facebook. Let me look and see. Go to shop. They probably want 26,000. We're at 12.7. Okay, they at 23,000. This the engine I got right here. So if you don't want to rebuild yours, $23,000. They rebuild it. They already got them rebuilt, just sitting on the crate motor. Just have it, have it shipped in. You give them your core, give them your core, and they give you this engine. Swap it out. 1 year warranty, 100,000 miles. You know, complete drop in, ready to go. 23,000. Take you 30 days to make it. So I mean, that's if you don't want to just rebuild the engine you already got. Yeah, you can just get a long block too. 14 liters cost more, but that's not EGR. Majority of y'all got the EGR. But anyways, alright, now that we got that out the way, let's go back over to this tab. Is it in a net account so you can't carry a balance? Nah, they not gonna let you carry no balance. Yeah, no, they don't do no balances, man. They don't do no balances because trucking companies go bankrupt every day. They ain't no way you gonna carry no balance. Who gonna pay the bill? Yeah, no. What I mean, they let you carry a balance 7 days, but man, past 7 days, that's too much of a risk. If you ain't got the money in 7 days, man, you going broke. You gotta remember, majority of people that's using Mudflap ain't got no authority. They don't get paid after they deliver a load. You got lease drivers out here using Mudflap. You know, a lease driver, they be the ran up Mudflap fuel card. Then when they get their settlement that they thought they'd gross $10,000 on, but the net amount, $300. But they owe Mudflap, $3,000 in fuel. So Mudflap ain't going for that nonsense. I meant to say, do you have to add money on the card yourself, or do they preload the? Nah, mine ain't prepaid. I got a credit limit. You don't have to get a So mine is a credit card. I got mine is a Mastercard. Is it Mastercard or Visa? I think mine is Visa. Mine is a credit card, but they got prepaid options without the credit card. But everybody qualifies for a credit card over there because there's no credit check. As long as you ain't never owed Mudflap in the past. Now, if you owe Mudflap in the past, they ain't gonna give you no credit card. All right, let's see what we're looking at. What we're looking at. All right, back to the numbers. So let's see if we run 700 miles a day. What if I run 700 miles per day? Boom. Let's just type that in. 700 miles times 7. What is 4? What is 4.285? What is that? Ain't that what it said the first time? Man, what my calculator at? Calculate this shoe shine. 700 times 7, that's 4,900 miles. I don't know what the 4.285, what is that? Okay, what's 600 times 7? 600 times 7. Okay, 4,200 miles. If we do 700 miles, it's 4,900 miles. I don't think you doing, nah, you ain't doing those 700 miles. Go back to 600. Go back to 600 per day. Yeah, I don't even want to see what that Let me see what it calculated though. If some kind of way we was able to put 700 miles a day for 30 days, you would gross 42,000. Then after factoring, paying the trailer note and fuel, you will be at 27,227. Insurance. That's what we forgot to add. Okay, let's add some insurance. I forgot to add monthly insurance of $1,000. Recalculate. Okay, now we got. Okay, there we go. Okay, if we do 600 miles a day for 30 days, we'll gross 36,000. And then after, where did it get maintenance from, bro? I didn't say nothing about no maintenance. Who said something about some maintenance? Where did that come from? Oh, okay. No, man, I see. My bad. It didn't add no maintenance in there. I was gonna say, okay, let's really get it. Okay, gross 36,000, doing 600 miles a day, 30 days. You subtract out insurance, factor in trailer and fuel. We'll keep about 22,000. Okay, okay, I get it now. What drive-in lanes this month can I run 600 miles, 600 miles per day for 7 days? Yeah, don't tell me what the lanes are. What can we do in there? I know. Hopefully, we ain't got none of them Russian dispatchers over here trying to look at this game over here. Not giving. I'm not giving game. I'm just doing some research on myself. Everybody else kind of watching. All right, let's see what it's talking about. Let me take that bots off so people can see what's going on. All right, August 2025. Okay, what we looking at? If you want to run a consistent 600 miles a day with a drive-in operation, Chicago to Atlanta. What is that paying? Somebody tell me. Let's go look and see Chicago to Atlanta. What they paying over there on that lane with drive-in? Let's look for today and tomorrow. What's going on? 700 miles. Okay, okay, okay. Shit, 700 miles. It's paying over $2 a mile. I gotta find TQL. Okay, JB Hunt. If JB Hunt listed, then the rates are real. But JB Hunt paying some money. Oh, okay. 10,000 pounds. Oh, okay. Okay. I know I can call JB Hunt all day long and get some cheap freight, but they ain't cheap. Okay. So okay, Chicago to Atlanta. Okay, 700 miles. Can we go backwards though? I mean, we can't go backwards for that kind of no $2 a mile. Let me just scroll through and see what's going on. They got a lot of options. A lot of options. Okay, man, we about to run Chicago to Atlanta then. What they look like on the map? Pull up Google Maps right quick. Let's see. Uh, Chicago, Illinois to Atlanta. All right, see what they look like. Going through Kentucky, ain't no way. But wait a minute, we got this route over here. I'm trying to see where the skill houses are. You know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to see how many skill houses there are. You know what I'm talking about? I'm looking at. Coming out of Chicago, taking 57. I mean, it probably ain't gonna be exactly in Chicago, but it'll be around this Aurora, Rockford, all that area. But you'll come down 57. You ain't gonna have no skill houses. Uh, you ain't got no scare houses. It's gonna be a scare house somewhere in this Paducah area, I think. Actually, I think there's scare houses over here. Because it's on the interstate. I don't think it's a scare house going towards Atlanta, but I think going towards Illinois is a scare house somewhere right in here. But other than that, though, ain't no other scare house going to Nashville. Drop down to 24. Ain't no scare house. It's another scare house going back to Chicago, but coming this way, ain't no scare house. Ain't no scare house this whole route. Yeah, nah, you know, scare houses. I know if you hit that Kentucky route though. Actually, I ain't been through Illinois. I mean, Indianapolis. I don't think I've been through that city since 2016, man. I don't know nothing about the Indiana, but I know coming through Kentucky ain't no scare house until. Oh no, ain't no scare house if you coming from Chicago down. The only scare house is right here in Bowling Green, but that's going the opposite way. It's going the opposite way. No, I think it's right here in Franklin. Yeah, it's a scare house right here. Uh, somewhere right in here. There it is right there. Yeah, but see, that's going to Chicago, and obviously the way that I go around that is I just get off on this exit right here. I go up to Franklin, take this 108 to this 100, and get right back on, and we smooth selling on. Yep. Don't tell nobody I told y'all that. Man, they ain't, you know. Alrighty, okay. So Chicago to Atlanta, that'll give us 700 miles. So okay, so we in Atlanta, but then where we gonna go from Atlanta to get back to Chicago? Let's reverse roles. I bet the freight cheap going the opposite way. How cheap is it? Ooh, Jesus. Ooh, Jesus, boy. You down there in Atlanta trying to get back to Chicago. They ain't got nothing for you. Oh, wait a minute, let me change it. It's Has rate. Is it the Has rate? Yeah, nah, they ain't got nothing for you going backwards. Let me check the comments right quick. Going back to the comments. Okay, let me see. Appreciate the info. Somebody asking for a link. It's one on South 75. What's going on? Take a hit in the building. One before 2457. Before the split. Yep. Yeah, it is. That's going back to Chicago though. Wicked in the building. All right, cover the comments. All right, so the question is, when we get to Atlanta, we can't go back straight back to Chicago. It says go from Atlanta to Detroit. Oh, wait a minute. Let me type that in. Atlanta to Detroit. I didn't even see that. Okay. All the freight ain't on here because obviously I would have to do this when DAT open at freaking 8 a.m. tomorrow and all the loads is posted. So ain't no loads posted on here. But this is 600 miles. You almost at $2 a mile. But that'll get you to Ohio, which is close to Detroit, Michigan. But how far is Detroit, Michigan to Chicago though? Oh, no, I see what it said. It said from Detroit go to Nashville. It's trying to get me back to where I'm at. And then I guess from Nashville, you'll go back to Chicago. Does Nashville to Chicago pay? Let me see. Nashville to Chicago. Okay, it does pay, but it's short miles, but it pays. Okay, so I can leave out the house, get a load up to Illinois. From Illinois, I get a load down to Atlanta. If I want to go home from Atlanta, I can just dead head to Nashville. But from Atlanta, it says from Atlanta go to Detroit, then Detroit back to Nashville. Okay, so I start out in Nashville, go to Chicago, from Chicago go to Atlanta, from Atlanta go to Detroit. Okay, let's go back to Atlanta. Did I look at that already? Atlanta to Detroit. Did I just type that in? So it hit we hit the 600 miles a day. So then from Detroit to Nashville to start back over. See, when I get to Nashville, I can do maintenance and all that stuff. Oh, it ain't 600 miles. It ain't 600 miles. It's about 500, but it's still $2 a mile. I know PM Transport. I'm already signed up with them, so I know I can take this load. 99-mile dead here, 21,000 pounds. That's Laverne, Tennessee. That'll take me straight to the house. That's basically Nashville. Okay, so Chat GBT. Okay, yeah, you know what they're talking about. Like I said, these are the loads that's left over from people that didn't book the day. But like at tomorrow when DAT open, it'll be thousands of more loads on here. So these are just these are just the leftovers. So obviously I had to do this when the load board open, but I'm trying to find a lane where I can hit 600 miles every day. All right, let's go to the next one. It says Texas, Dallas to St. Louis, or Dallas to Memphis. All right, let's go look it up. Let's go look and see. Dallas to Memphis. That sounds like 700 miles. Dallas to Memphis. What are we looking at? Man, that ain't 700 miles. No, nah, that ain't enough miles. Something ain't right. Do Houston. Houston to Memphis. Okay, that's 700 miles. Uh, see, well, not 700. I'm looking for 600 miles. You'll be close, but then can you turn around and go back opposite way? Mm, I had to look at that with a low board open. If you can run back and forth from Houston to Memphis, back and forth, so you gotta understand when you run to Houston, man, you know how cheap fuel is down there. Let me see how much fuel is in Houston. I know it's almost free. I bet it's like $2 or some change. Let me look down there and see. It'll load up. Hey, hey, where's Houston at? It's New Orleans, Houston, right in there. Look, I see 295. That's Austin. It's Houston right here. So right at $3, 295, 297. Maybe like three. We just say $3. So fuel cheaper. So and I can see from here. I can negotiate these rates to $2 a mile. That's the thing I'm looking at. You know, obviously you just tell them $1,500 or whatever it gets $2 a mile. But I had to do some more research on these lanes. We ain't going to Los Angeles, so ain't no point in looking at that. But the question is, use a triangle to um, do 600. So wait a minute, 600 to 700 miles per day. Find a lane. Okay, now do the triangle method, baby. Don't act like you don't know what that is now. Give me the triangle method. Yeah, triangle route. Yeah, get the calculating. Let's see what they can come up with. Took long enough, 18 seconds. That was too long. Quick question. So I don't waste your time. You already wasted my time, man. What you mean? You want the triangle to be centered around me? Oh, they want a starting point. What's the starting point? Start in Nashville. All right, there you go. There's a starting point. There go fetch. These comments right quick. Hit the like button. Houston to Memphis. How many miles is that? That's about 600. Try Quantum It's. What is that? It should be paying good from Michigan back down to Huntsville, Alabama area. Oh, I'm looking at drive-in, y'all. I think it's only calculating drive-in. All right, let's see what it's talking about. Triangle route. It says go from Memphis. No, wait a minute. Day one. Oh, nah, man, we can't do a bunch of short runs, man. What the hell? No, no, no. No short runs. Each run must be 600 to 700 miles per load. Yeah, recalculate this shoe shine. Start talking about some 200 miles. All right, Nashville to Milwaukee. Milwaukee to Detroit, Detroit to Nashville. I understand every load is not going to get 600 miles because it's trying to stay above that $2 a mile profit. So I get that part. Nashville to Wisconsin, that'll get 600 miles. So you see us, but it's still reasonable. So I'm guessing it's still $2 a mile. Then Milwaukee to Detroit. Then Detroit to Nashville. Then Nashville back to Milwaukee. That's right in the Midwest. So okay. Oh, that don't sound too bad. And then that goes on the outskirts of Chicago. So I probably don't even got to hit a toll route. I'm about to look at that. I'm gonna look at that tomorrow when DAT open up. What else you got? Nashville to Chicago, Chicago to bro. I thought I told it single miles, bro. What is this? What is this short mile? Short mile. That's what people is trying to freaking use real EOD. We got to do what the lease drive was doing. So we need 600 to 700 miles every day, like clockwork. Okay. Nashville to Milwaukee, Milwaukee to Columbus, Columbus, Ohio to Nashville. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's more like it. Yeah. Huh. Okay. 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 I know Refi probably can find longer miles, so show me some lanes with a reefer trailer. Okay, there we go. Let's see the reefer lanes. Yeah, see, I think I can get way more miles with a reefer. Nashville to Dallas, or Nashville to Oklahoma, or Nashville to Florida. Okay, okay. What about coming back though? I don't just want to see why I need to come back, fool. Okay, I see. Uh, show me routes that are 600 to 700 miles back in or see what it say. Nashville to Chicago. I guess Nashville to Chicago. Chicago back to Nashville with a reefer. But that ain't what I'm looking for. Let me see. Nashville to Chicago. That's 500 miles. Uh, uh, mm-mm. Why does it got all these stops in it for? That's the part. Okay. Okay. I don't think. I probably ain't got it typed in right because it's not understanding what I'm talking about. I don't know how I should type it. Okay, let me write it better. Oh, okay, let's start there. Okay, one load should be 600 miles minimum. There you go. No short hauls under 600 miles an hour. Okay, there you go. Now find me a route, fool. Now find me a route or triangle where no loads are under 600 miles one way. Okay, we got Nashville to Dallas, Dallas to Oklahoma, Oklahoma to Nashville. Okay, that'll work. I understand why load got to be short because you gotta, if you want to keep the profit high, you got to take a short load to get in the area to pay to get back. Okay, that makes sense. With those 1,500 miles, and you can do the what three times a week, 2 times a week. If you do it 2 times a week, that's 3,000 miles. And then it's just whatever you hit on the weekend. Say you did this Monday. Okay, this is Monday. That's Tuesday. That's Wednesday. That's Thursday. That's Friday. And that's the weekend load. You'll take that to the house to live on Monday and leave back out to Dallas. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'd be over 3,000 miles. I just have to look and see what the rate is. I ain't got no reefer though, but Super Ego got them. All right, let's run some numbers again. If run 600, I run 600 miles per day with a reefer averaging, let's do $2.30 a mile. How much will I gross, assuming reefer costs? What's Super Ego charge, y'all? $600, 1,600, 1,600, 1,600 a month for a reefer. Okay, yeah, calculate all the shoe shine. Okay, 600 miles, 700, no, 600 miles a day, 7 days, 4,200 miles, 18,000 a month, gross 41,000. The reefer costs 1,600 a month from Super Ego. Okay, subtract that out. Fuel is still at 5.5 miles to the gallon. We'll just keep the same amount of gallons. I don't need to add no reefer fuel. Reefer fuel ain't that much, man. It may run you I say about a hundred to really I just say $100 for the week, man. But 150 be the match that I put in the reefer. At least these newer reefers. I don't know about the older reefers. 3% going to factory. Yeah, okay, after all expenses, you're looking at net 27,000. Oh, here's the breakdown right there. Took long enough. What are we missing though? We got the gross. That's at $2, but you gotta get everything at $2.30 with a reefer, which you should be able to do. $2.30. The question is, can you do? Well, I know you can do the 4,200 miles because the driver's already doing the 4,200 miles now with a reefer. My favorite lease driver. Okay, so reefer, we already know that's what that costs. Fuel, we got the factoring. Only thing we can't calculate is tolls. I mean, tolls is I don't know what tolls cost. That's if you run the toll route though. Let me go back to these comments right quick. See what y'all talking about. Smyrna to Virginia pays 2,500. T Hill in the building. What about hot? What about Virginia back to Smyrna? Yeah, I think everything here going to either Florida or Pennsylvania is gonna be over 2,000. That's what Van or Reefer. Taking Yanker is all about 550 miles. What am I missing? Leasing on to a tanker company with no trailer. Costs running 2 to 3,000 miles per week with no fuel discount. $550 a week truck note from a friend is between $1.47 and $1.81 a mile. Well, you can get a fuel discount if you get your own fuel card through Mudflap, but running for $1.47 or $1.81, I don't know about that. That don't even sound profitable. That don't sound too good. Somebody said Mr. Charlie's still around. Hopefully Mr. Charlie is being tucked away right now. Hopefully he tucked away sleep. Alright, alright. So that's the reefer numbers. Let's go back to drive-in again. We already calculated drive-in, but that's what I got right now. So calculate again. Well, drive-in averaging $2 a mile. Well, trailer costing $30.50 per day. So I know I can do this right now. The question is it's really just doing the 600 miles a day. Obviously, I know I can drive the truck 600 miles a day, but I'm talking about actually finding lanes where I can, book loads at 600 miles a day. Driving a truck, that's just holding the steering wheel, but um, I'm on paper logs, so I'm not worried about, nothing else. But I know if I get the thing is, freight can pay more than $2 a mile. I just put $2 a mile for basic mile for the drive in because $2 a mile that's the minimum. I'm not looking to go under $2 a mile. I mean, that's just me. But if you do 600 miles a day, 7 days a week, $2 a mile, you're looking to gross 3,600. We know how much the trailer gonna cost. Say, Andrew, where'd you get the trailer from? It's right here. That's where I get my trailers from. It's $30.50 a day. If I want a brand new trailer, I don't have to go and get the brand new trailer. Full grade, 53-foot swing door, 10 years or newer, brand new tires. My favorite people, Fleet Equipment Leasing. See, okay, very easy. What's the requirements? 6 months with authority, $40,000 trailer and change, a $1 million policy. For all y'all that think I got 750,000. All right, now we got all that out the way. So that's what we got the trailer rental cost. Fuel. I don't even know if my truck get 5.5 miles to the gallon. I just put that on there. It could get better. It could get worse. I don't know. But I do know from Mudflap that we gonna average about $3.30 for fuel across the country. Factoring is 3%. So if we just simply run 600 miles a day, and we do it for 30 days, we can net about 23,000. We can net about 23,000. I'm just trying to make sure I ain't missing that. Where's insurance? Right now, I don't have no insurance. I don't have insurance payment until October 15th. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, and then when I do get insurance, it's only $1,000 a month. So instead of 23,000, it'd be like 22,000. So it's not too much of a difference. But I'm just making sure that all the numbers is down. Like I'm not, I got the trailer rental, I got the fuel, I got the factoring. That's all I pay. I don't, Oh, wait a minute. I'm missing something, man. Drew. Wait a minute. I forgot my ELD device is $25 a month. See, look, drivers. We got some. Look at that. Okay, there we go. Look, we had to account for the ELD. Yeah, I gotta pay $25 a month. Okay, but okay. 23. Do I want to go out there and risk making $23,000 a month? Hmm. Let's change the miles. Okay, let's change the miles. Change miles to 500 a day. Okay, there we go. Let's not even do six. Let's do 500 miles. 500 miles. Okay, can you calculate that, shoe shine? If we just do 500 miles a day, gross 30,000. Trailer still the same. Obviously, we'll spend less in fuel. 3% factor. We still gonna take $19,000. What does that break down to per week? Let me get a calculator on that. Matter of fact, do weekly breakdown. Breakdown. Okay, yeah. Break that down into a week instead of a month. 3,500 miles a week. Okay, I know we can do that. Yeah, break all that shoe shine down. Okay, gross 7,000. Now we getting somewhere. Okay, we gross 7,000. We pay 213 for the trailer. No 2,100 in fuel. 210 for factory. $5 for the ELD. 44. Yeah, okay, that's about right. So 4,400 a week. Yeah. See, all I gotta do is gross 7,000. Take home 44. Huh. My favorite lease driver, he gross 10. He take home 3. Is that right? 500. I know I can skip and do 500 miles. How many hours is 500 miles? Oh, wait a minute. Let me just ask ChatGPT. Can I do this with a ELD? I'm looking for the answer. It says yes. I don't know. Obviously, I'm just joking, but it's got all the shoe shine for you. Huh. I ain't gonna read all that, but it done broke down the speed and everything. 45 miles per hour, 11 hours straight. Honestly, I'm not finna be driving no 45 miles per hour, but yeah, okay. So 500 miles, that'll be the minimum. See, on the weekend, see, Monday through Friday, I can book 500 miles, but see, on Friday, we'll be looking for that because you gonna pick up on Friday, deliver on Monday, so you'll book something that's like 1,800 miles. That's when you'll take a load from like here to freaking I don't know, man, Denver, Colorado, or you'll go somewhere far, Phoenix, Arizona, or something like that on the weekend, and then it's back to your 500 miles a day. Oh, okay, I'm reading the comments. Y'all say 8 hours a day. Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm missing out on some money, man. Shoot, it's time to drive a truck. I'm missing out on some money. 8 hours a day. That's all. This is at $2 a mile. Let me ask, is this $2 a mile with drive-in? Question mark. Okay, that's just $2 a mile. Oh, okay. Huh. Okay. That ain't enough risk though. Okay, what if I hit these 700 miles? What if I do 700 miles per day? What if I run like party hard? What if I do 700 miles per day? Yeah, calculate this, you shine. Okay, if you do 700 miles like party hard a day for 7 days, okay, well, gross 42,000. Okay, bring up the chart. What the chart at? Gross 42, trailer 915, fuel, factory, ELD 27,000. That's just 30 days, huh? Shoot, man. What if I do this for 90 days? Because I probably can keep it up for 90 days before I got thrown in the towel. What if I did this for 90 days? Break that math down to me. Dang, we're gross $126,000. Oh, we're talking about taking home 81,000 if I just keep that crap up for 90 days. Uh-uh. Oh man, shoot, we hit our goal then. That's before the end of the year. We have a tow truck or a house. Yeah, tow truck or a house. Yeah, right. Okay. Okay. Let me ask you. If I run a 12.7 Detroit engine this hard, what will it cost to maintain? What am I trying to spell? I can't think of the word right now. I can't know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Calculate this shoe shine. How much it's gonna cost? Yeah. I'm running the 12.7 that hard. What we looking at? 3 to 500 for some oil changes every 15,000 miles. So that's every month. We get an oil synthetic oil recommended. Uh, That's an oil change a month. Really, it's two oil changes a month. 'Cause I like to change my oil every 10,000 miles, but shoot. Mm, Let's say an oil change a month. Okay. Fuel filters, air filter, all that come with the oil change. I usually throw the air filters in with the oil change. It says cooling flush and top off prevents overheating and corrosion. So it's talking about putting new coolant in. Okay. Engine diagnosis and tune up. We don't need none of that. We got 12.7 turbo inspection. We ain't inspecting no turbo. Just put a new turbo on area. Injector maintenance. Injector fails can be costly. What the hell is injector maintenance? I don't even know what that is. Oh, that don't. We ain't got no after treatment. I thought I said 12.7. We probably had this hoses and belts breaking off, belts and hoses. And other than that, I don't see too much of a cost. Look like a bunch of oil changes and some coolant and maybe some belts and tires. Use high quality synthetic oils and premium filters. It's really that oil that we need. I had to get away from that mobile Dell back and run that T4. Yeah, that Shell Rotella T4. That's what I need to run. Run some of that T4. Somebody said, "What's your email?" Type that into the comments. Right there. Are you choosing a particular division, Mario? Oh, you talking about me? Nah, I'm just looking at a drive-in. Yeah, I'm just looking at drive-in. I'm looking at a drive-in because that's the easiest thing. I can go get a drive-in tomorrow, man. I can just go right here to Repower, go down the street, pick it up. You know, I can just book it for tomorrow. If I want it for 30 days or 60 days or 88 days or whatever. Now I had already picked up a trailer from these guys before, so I know it's extremely easy to do. Like you literally just put like when you want to drop it off. Like if I just want it from what's today, the 11th. Okay, say I want to pick it up on the 12th and I drop it off on the 22nd. Like it's only gonna cost me $300 to use it until the 22nd. Like, bro, I would make $300 the first run out. So like that's why I don't want to buy no trailer because it's like, bro, and these are brand new 2025 trailers. Like, why would I go and buy a trailer when hell, I don't have to? It's just too easy. So and they got other type of trailers too. I didn't told y'all. I think Memphis got the flatbeds. Let me look and see. They cost more though. Oh, they got full flatbeds over there in Atlanta for 33 a day. Hey, Memphis, they went up on the price. Y'all snatched all the flatbeds out of Memphis. They up to $40. Yeah, they got brand. They 2025s though, but I ain't got no flatbed experience. But nah, they $42 a day. How much is that? If I run it for 30 days, $1,300. That still ain't no money though. I mean, if you getting at least 250 a mile, 240 a mile, hey, two loads will pay for the flatbed for the month. Well, maybe one load, depending on how far you go. It's still not really much though. Even if I don't think they got too many reefers on here. Them reefers be hard to get, man, because they be swift. Let's see if it's a swift. Bay. I ain't never heard of them. What they want, 12? I don't know. I can get these, but they don't let you use it up to 21 days though on this one. Brand new food grade. Oh shoot, wait a minute. We can drop it off there though. We'll drop it off in Texas. I wouldn't put that one. That's up to 45 days. That's 30 days. 30 days. They got some that's more than 30. Going down to Florida. Oh, Columbus, Ohio. They only got one left. Yep, see that Swift. I knew it. Swift need they reefer trailer brought to the that's going to the night yard right there in Phoenix. But we can drop it off in Houston though. Swift let good God almighty, look at this. They want $100,000 on their reefer. They gotta be brand new reefers. And you gotta have 12 months. I ain't hit the 12-month mark yet. I'm at the 10-month mark right now, but in October I'll be at 12 months, and then I could this trailer to change. I can just make a phone call and up mine from 40,000 to 100,000. Well, I got this trailer, but let me see what 45 days with a Swift reefer trailer. So for 10 years in Newell, Swift reefer, okay, to use it for 45 days. That's well, okay. Let's do about 30 days. Why the price didn't move? Oh, okay. I see they only show it about 30 days. $1,300. to use that reefer trailer for a month. Well, I make a whole lot of money in 30 days with that reefer now. Especially if it's Swift and it's brand new. I know they're gonna handle all the maintenance. Shit. Swift is selling reefers for 15K. Nah, I ain't looking to buy no trailers. Nah, not I got Discover Repower. Well, I buy a trailer from oh shoot, man, look. Cause see on here I can get multiple trailers. Like I can like okay, let's say I got 3 drivers leased on to me. Okay, I can come on here. Let me go to the Memphis yard. Okay, I just go my yard right here. If I wanted all 3 of these trailers, bro, I just hit 3 trailers, and then like I would just do them 30 days at a time, cause y'all know drivers quit and go, and then like every 30 days, just rent them, drop the trailer off, and re-rent it again, pick it up, and be gone. Like, and that's the price to rent 3 trailers for 30 days is $2,800. And that's 3 brand new drop-in trailers. I got 3 people leased on to me. Okay, start running. And I don't have to book it for 30 days. Like you can book it for more, but I'm just saying, like that's like I didn't have this option back in the day. Like back in the day, you had to go and buy 3 trailers. Either you had to have some ridiculous requirements, and B is just to rent them. Now it's just click and go. Like you just come on this website, buy the trailers, pay the money, and that's it. So nah, I ain't buying no trailer. Nah, he made it too easy now because I just calculated into the fixed cost right here. I just like how I did. Look, let's go back up to the monthly or the weekly breakdown. Where's the weekly breakdown? Okay, right here. You see how I just factored the trailer cost into the weekly breakdown? Gross 7,000, trailers 213, fuel 2,100, factoring, ELD device. I'm gonna take home $4,400. Like, why would I be trying to own the trailer for? I mean, I'm just gonna take 4,400. I own the truck. I got the authority. The insurance ain't in here because right now I don't pay insurance. But let's say my insurance is it'll be 250 a week. That's 1,000 a month. My insurance is 250 a week. Give me the new weekly breakdown. All right. So with insurance per week, still looking at 4,200. So that's just gross of 7,000. Let's say I only gross. Well, no, because I calculated it by the miles. Um, let's say I only do 2,500 miles in a week. Yeah, let's do 2,500 miles and see what it come up with. Okay, gross 5,000. Okay, yeah, do it on the low end. Okay, if I gross 5,000, trailer, fuel, factoring, I still come out with $2,800. Just, bro, that's just cruising with the truck at that point. How many miles is that? What is that? What did I say? 25? 2,500 miles? How many? Let me see what that breakdown to. We got a breakdown on the miles. That's 357 miles per day. Bro, if I just go 55 miles per hour with a drive in on $2 a mile, bro, I'm still gonna bring home $2,800 just cruising down the interstate. That ain't even going far at that point. At that point, you ain't even that's like Nashville, Chicago, turn around, come back. Like you know, looking at these equations, bro. I think that okay. I said put equipment costs in your rate. Oh, you talking about if I hit other drivers? Yeah, I know what you mean. I really do 1,400 miles for 7K. Yeah, yeah, I would too. Yeah, you got to run different scenarios though. We got you know how trucking is. You got to run different scenarios. I know there's drivers out there, boy. Them Russian drivers, they hitting 600, 700, 800 miles a day. Look, I know. Let me run it. Let me run it from a guy's doing 800 miles a day. Let me see if we can get. Hold on. Let me. What if I did 800 800 miles per day for 30 days? Yeah, calculate. Give me that right there. $2 a mile with a drive in, 800 miles a day. What if I want to take on a whole lot of risk, baby? Okay, you gross 48,000, trailer 915, fuel 14,000, factoring 3%. You got the ELD. We'll take home, 31,000. I mean, at $31,000, bro, you could. That's what I'm saying. At $31,000, you can go to the dealership and just buy a new engine for the truck. Like you don't have to. Well, at $31,000, you can just go to Long Mountain and get you the latest greatest shoe shine. You can put that down. You can put that down on a new truck over at Long Mountain, or you can go to the dealership and just buy a new engine. I mean, you got $31,000, or you can rebuild the 12.7, but that's like 14. Let's say $14,000 if you rebuild the 12.7. Okay, and you can rebuild the 12.7, buy a new transmission, and put tires, brand new tires, all the way around, and you probably still have money left over. Let me calculate that. Let me see if you know how much. How much is a engine rebuilt on a 12.7 Detroit? Let's just see if you know. It's got 15 to 25,000, 5,000, 8,000 for labor. Okay. Uh, Machine work, 2,500 to block cut. Cars 18 and 15. Okay, so let's just pick what's the number in between. Let's do 20,000. Okay, so we'll say 20,000. How much is a Eaton 13 speed transmission? Should be about 42 to 4,500. Let's see what it say. Oh no. Okay, remanufactured 7. What about that? Let me go and look and see. Did the price go up? Eaton 13 speed transmissions for sale. See what the price is going for. Favorite spot to look over on eBay. You see what they talking about? 43. Yep, that's right there. If I call up the dealership, uh, I'm looking for the dealership that's gonna say 43, 43, 4,500. This was rebuilt 1 year, unlimited mileage warranty. Usually Freightliner, especially for this model, because I think this is the model I got right here. This is how much a transmission should cost. Anybody paying 7, 8, 9, 10, 20,000. I know Party Hard said 21,000. He had a friend paid 21,000. Guys, I don't know what these people paying all this money, for something like this. Guys, a 13 speed should be about $4,200 to $4,500. Anything past that, you get robbed. Now if you call a dealership, and let's just say if y'all don't know how it work, man, call the dealership. Say I'm in Nashville, so I call Freightliner in Nashville. Let's say they say 6,000. I hang up the phone. I call the dealership in Memphis, Tennessee. The one in Memphis, Tennessee say, 10,000. I hang up the phone. I call the one in Dallas. Dallas say 4,200. I say, cool. How much is it to ship the transmission to my shop? Let's say my shop is here in Nashville. It should be like another $400-500 to put this transmission on the crate and ship that crap out. So you'll be at 4,200 plus 500 shipping. That's it. And it should be like $1,500 to install. Let me see if it knows that. How much is the install? Oh, it already got it right here. See, look, it says it right here. Installation, 1,000, 2,500. I say 1,500, 1,500. So you got 4,200, or let's just say 4,500. Let's calculate this. So 15,000, 15,000 overhaul plus 4,500 transmission plus 1,500 labor equal. Yeah, you calculate it. That's $21,000. How much do we bring in? What was we at? 31,000. Okay. Uh, how much is a set of Yokohama? Besides tower, I got 24.5. No, 11R. I got 11R 24.5 drive tires. How many? Eight? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 8 tires. How much is eight? Or a semi? Obviously, it's gonna give me retail, but we'll just see what they come up with. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I got it right. Yeah, that's about what I pay. Yeah. If y'all got the Big Red Savings app on your phone, it's called Big Red Savings. These tires would be like, it's like $420. Um, but I can go here and probably order them for what price they are. I can probably go here and order them for their price. Okay, so eight of them would be how much? What was we at? 21,000. So let me calculate. I'm gonna say $420 times eight. That's $3,360 plus 21,000 for the transmission and overhaul. So this is what I'm getting at. You put 700 miles down. Nah, I think I said 800. 800 miles down for 30 days in a cash truck. You gonna gross 48,000. You gonna net 31. With $31,000, bro, you can overhaul the engine, buy a remanufactured transmission, put brand new tires, brand new drive tires all the way around, and you can put some steers on there too. You could throw a freaking $800 clutch in there. Ain't no extra labor because you put a new transmission in. So you got a overhauled engine, a new clutch, new transmission, tires all the way around, and you still got money left over. So I'm just saying, it's something to think about. Somebody said 21K is for automatic transmission. Truck community dealership told me 15K. 15K for what? I hope you ain't talking about no transmission. What's 15K? I know you ain't talking about no transmission 15K. Oh, you talking about a rebuild. 13 speeds. You didn't pay that, did you? I know you had the transmission situation going. I know you didn't pay no 15K. Hold on now. You scared me now. You didn't pay no 15,000 for no 13 speed transmission. Now, no, it was an Eaton. Or you talking about some one of them other brands? You ain't talking about no other brand, are you? Oh, okay, you ain't paying. Oh, thank God. Whew, Jesus. Yeah. You got Eaton, or you talking about another brand? I don't know how much them other brands are. I just know how much Eaton is. Yeah, a 10 speed transmission Eaton should be 3,500. A 13 speed is 42 to 4,500. A 18 speed, I ain't never priced. It should be more than 4,500 though. Probably like 5,500 or something. Okay, yeah, you got Eaton. Yeah, so what you'll do is don't ever call that dealership back. Just pick up the phone and start calling a bunch of dealerships. Start in Nashville, then go to Memphis, then go to Dallas, then go to Houston, then go to Atlanta, then call down to Jackson, Florida, until you get the price you're looking for. Yeah, I would not pay the max I would pay is $5,000. And then if you can't get it from a dealership, then I just order that crap online. Yeah, I just order it online from that point. Let me just see. Look, you see all these transmissions up here? Eden 13 speed transmission. These are how much the transmission should cost right here. Yeah, I wouldn't pay no more than that. Let me ask Chat GBT. You see, share this tab. I paid 45. Which I paid 4,500 for an Eaton Fuller 13 speed transmission about, let's see, 3 years ago. Dealership owns Team KY. Let me see. 15K is probably for a brand new transmission straight from Eaton. Hey, was you looking for a brand new transmission or a remanufactured? Yeah, because I bought a remanufactured engine for 4,500. I mean, not engine, but I did remanufacture. Did you ask them for a brand new engine or a remanufactured engine? I mean, Mike, you said engine transmission. I didn't see that. Let me type that in. Let me see how much we can go back on eBay. Let me see. RTOC. Okay, hold on. Type that in. RTOC. Is it 909A? 909A. Let's see what they talking about. They remanufacture right here. LKQ. That's a good, reliable resource. That's pre-owned. They got 4,200. I don't think that's remanufactured though. That's a 9 speed. You have to convert it up to 13 in the conversion kit. That's remanufactured. That's too much, but that's 8. 5. See too many remails of that on here. Let me see if I can search Google. Better yet, let's ask ChatGPT. How much is a boom? Man, it still got the same price, man. Remanufactured. That's what I'm thinking. It still should be 43 to 42. I mean, 43 to 45. That's what I would say. Fully rebuilt to OEM specifications. Yeah, I think you need to just call different Freightliners, man. Transmission shouldn't be, y'all shouldn't be way up there in them type of price ranges for no transmission. They that's too much price. They got too much profit built into the price. Yeah, nah. Did you only call one place? That's another thing, man. Y'all got to call multiple places. Shoot, now, man, you get yours rebuilt. Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah, if you got a transmission shop, you can get it rebuilt. I don't know how much it is to get it rebuilt. Which they ain't gonna do no just take it down, put some new gears in there, which is simple. It's simple to get it rebuilt too. How much they charge to rebuild it? It's like 2,500 or something. I don't think I ever looked into. Okay, it's the same price. Well, what do you mean the same price? The 15K or the 45? You ain't talking about 15K to rebuild it, huh? Scare me. Well, I need to get my engine painted. That blue do look good, don't it? That blue do look good. Yeah, man. When Coco blew her engine, man, that's why I told her to go and get the new engine from, cause she didn't, she ain't got no connections, anything like that. So I already knew who sold 12.7 engines and stuff. So I had told her just call these people up and they'll ship her a new engine, cause she had blew the block out of hers. And she didn't have nobody, no friends, or none of y'all truck drivers knew where she can get an engine from. So and you be knowing what it's do. I know where some stuff is at around here. Shoot, that's all I'm saying. All right, let me go back to the comments. Where's the comments? What do I got? Press StreamYard. I'm getting mine. Okay, 45. Okay, okay. Shoot. Thank God. All right. I'm getting mine repaired for like 3K to 35. Okay, now that's good. That's good. Shoot. As long as if they put some new gears in there, it's gonna take you to 1,000,000 miles. Now all you gotta do is make sure that oil is in there. You don't put no oil up in there. Shoot. Boy, if you this how you know that the freaking transmission is low on oil. When you start to hear the gears down there grinding, they let you know you done messed up. That's the first sign right there that you done messed up. You ain't had it. When you go get the oil change, I gotta have them check the transmission fluid, man. Otherwise, One day you're gonna be driving, you're gonna be like, man, what is that grinding sound? Yeah, that's you low on oil. That's what that grinding sound is, metal on metal, your transmission going out. Yeah, that's what that sound is right there. Okay. What else we need to look at? Yeah, I think I done covered everything. I'm just trying to see, do I want to take the risk? Let me go back up to these numbers one more time. That was 800 miles. Okay, let's do the 600 miles. Change to 600 miles per day. I think that's more reasonable. If we do the 600 miles a day, we'll gross to 36,000. Trailer is 915. Fuel 10. Factoring 3%. ELD 25. You do that for 30 days. We at 23,000. That covers pretty much all the maintenance for the year. I mean, and then if we do that for 90 days, can we keep up 600 miles a day for 90 days straight? I mean, that's what the Russian drivers are doing. They doing it for Vladimir, so why I can't do it for myself? Is people text driving? Do I get text messages? I can't think my phone over here going off. Somebody texting me? Oh, it's these women. These women talking about, man, what time is it? It's 10:30. Can you come see me? You lost your mind. What's your what's today? Tuesday? Yeah. Anyways, what was that? Yeah, man, we keep this up for 90 days. That's a lot of miles, but that's a lot of gross. Trailer, 2,700, fuel 32,000, factory 3%, ELD 75. But boy, that net though, that's 69,000. That means if I start right now, what I got? How many months I got left? We got September, October, November, December. There's plenty of 90 days left. If I just run from now to the end of the year, I can go buy the tow truck or the house. The house I'm looking for like 50,000, then you rehab it. But I'm just saying, do I want to take the risk? That's all I'm saying. I'm seeing these lease drivers out here, boy. They get on the internet every day. They 600 miles a day, 700, 800 miles, and I'm like, Mara said, that's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, Mara, but see, you got to understand, though, it's a lot of money, though, Mara. See, lease drivers, they doing 700 miles, and you got to think, Josh is the only one that I know of that's claiming 3,000 plus dollars a week running, 600, 700 miles. Everybody else that I know that's 600, 700 miles, Mara, they talk about $400 check, $800 check. $1,500 check, Mark. A lot of them don't be over $2,000. So, but with a cash truck though, Mark, we don't get no negative checks around here, Mark. The math just straight simple, Mark. This is just $2 a mile. What if you get more than? Okay, let's say we get what if we average $2.15 uh per mile. What's drive in? How has the math changed? 116. What's the take home on all the shoe shine? Ooh, 77,000. We just do $2.15 for 90 days. That mean all loads gotta be like almost every load gotta average 215. Yeah, I think that's possible. I just rather go on $2 a mile because see, $2 a mile is the minimum I'm gonna haul some freight for. Like anything below that, this $1.45, $1.50, all that crap. I don't know where they find all that. I ain't doing none of that. But now for all y'all that is new or not new to trucking, but you ain't got your authority. You may be a company driver or anything like that. Let me do. numbers, legal numbers for y'all. Uh, let me run some legal numbers for y'all. Uh, let's just say, what if I average 2,800 miles per week? Yeah, let's do it that way. This is more reasonable. Change to $2 a mile. Well, that's at Chat GBT. I gotta use it. See, this is more reasonable. For all y'all that got to, do the legal stuff. 5,600 gross, $2 a mile, 2,800 miles. You got your trailer rental, you got your fuel, you got the factory EOD costs, you got your insurance in there, take home $3,200 and just smile. Just smile, be happy. 32 is still, hey, it's still great. It's still great. You ain't gotta do too many miles. You're cruising. You got your 55 miles per hour. Shoot, if you go a month, 3, 6, 9, 12, that's still 13,000. You got you see hey, in the month you still got your overhaul costs. So I'm just saying. But for the risk takers out there, for the ones out here with this Russian ELD, shoot, scroll back up. A lot of risk, a lot of reward. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling my insurance. Hey, if we got to go up on the insurance, I got to go up on the risk. That's all I'm saying. Hey, I can pay some more money, but I got to risk a little bit more too. More money I got to pay, the more risks I need to take. Shoot, what we going up on the insurance for? Nah, I need to go up on the risk. I need to do some risks. Shoot, I ain't worried about no. Yeah, I need to go up on the risk. So I said the spot market is trash. Yeah, that's why we just this is just $2 a mile, Mark. That's all this is. $2 a mile. I know the spot market trash, but I know the spot market pay $2 a mile too. I know it. Let me go look at the spot market right now. Let me see. Let me see. Let's go out of Chicago. Out of the Midwest, just going wherever. Chicago got all the freight. That's why I like doing Chicago. Let me do it like the Russians do it. They go in here, they do highest rate. When you leave about a Bolingbrook and all that Chicago, look, where you want to go? We try to get you your 10,000 gross. So where you want to go? For all my Russian drivers now, we can take you over to Seattle, Washington. You could be there, 2,200 miles? What's today? Tuesday. You could be there by Friday. You'll be at 4,200 gross. And then Washington, we can get your load probably coming back to Illinois. I think that direction pay more. Yeah, from Washington to the East Coast pay more. So maybe 5,000. Now you had 9,200 gross for the week. See how that work? Yeah. And look, you only pull for $1.89. Yeah. That's what they do to the lease drivers. Shoot, what you talking about? That's what they gonna do. Shoot, JB Hunt, I know they'll give me that low. Yeah, because that's what they do with the wrestlers. They just click the highest gross. They don't do ain't no negotiating. You said you need to gross 8,500. They got you. Look, it's real simple. Look, I'm gonna show you what they're gonna do. Chicago, we're going to Sumner, Washington, 2,700, 2,7300 miles. Okay, look, $1.93. They don't care about the $1.93. They just want when can you be there? Man, I can be there. Let's just say you there. I don't know, man. Let's just say Thursday. Yeah, okay, Thursday. Cause today Tuesday. Okay, cool. Friday. We'll say Friday. Okay, cool. Friday. I don't think it ain't gonna show me the lows. Let me see. I'm gonna look anyway. What the hell is Sumner, Washington? Sumner. Let's just look and see. Let's do within 200 miles. Let me put some more dates on here. Yeah, there we go. Boom, you get up there and watch the. You just got your 4,000. Now look, see, look, it's right here. See this low Josh be talking about. We can get you. Look, you can go right out of Oregon. Look, right out of Oregon, right over there. What is that? Is that Maine or Massachusetts? One of them areas. $5,000. And bro, look, you gonna be. He got your 4,000. They're gonna watch. You got there by freaking I don't know Thursday, Friday. You got it off. Then we got your low paying 5,000 to go to freaking Massachusetts, bro. You had 9,000 gross. And look, it's only $1.63 a mile, but we don't care about that. It's gross. Y'all know what the Russians is about that gross. It ain't about no rate per mile. It's gross. Then if you don't want to go to Massachusetts because of tolls, you can go down here to Florida. Look, they got it right there. What are you talking about? 43, look, see, look, everything right there. You need a 53-foot drive-in with a swing door. What is requires EMP? What is EMP? I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, you got it. This is all you need to do. You got it. They got you covered. So yeah, man. And the reason why I say this is because when I worked over in Chicago, this is exactly what they were doing. Like that's how they come up with the high gross. Like it ain't got nothing to do with rate per mile. Boy, they gonna come on this DAT load board. They gonna hit highest rate, and they gonna start at the top. They gonna call everyone until one of these brokers say, "Okay, you can take the load," and they gonna give it to the driver. And the driver gonna think they win it, and the check gonna still be under $2,000. That reefer may pay a little bit more, so the check will be a little bit higher. Let's see. Okay, see, you switch over to a reefer. What John's doing, they pay a little bit more, so the check should be a little bit higher. So you see how they work? JB Hunt, JB Hunt. When they get into the reefer game, the JB Hunt got too much time on his load, so I don't know about that JB Hunt. There's too much time on that load. But Plant City, Florida, produce one drop on the 19th. Now we ain't dropping on the 19th. See, that's too much meat on the bone right there. Oh yeah, TQL, North Carolina. What TQL talking about? TQL, reefer with teams. That's Josh's favorite right there. Little Josh, they got what you looking for. Reefer with team, Josh. 2,800 miles, 6,000. Josh will get it up to about 7,000, maybe 7,500. TQL, they'll pay you. That's what 6,000. TQL, they depending on what time of day it is. If it's before noon, you stuck at about 6,062. If it's afternoon, they'll go up to 7,000. That's what the TQL guy told me. He said, "Bro, if it's afternoon, yeah, we gonna pay you. We gonna pay you more money if it's afternoon. Matter of fact, afternoon is when they calling people. They got their truck posted on the low. If it's before noon, you in trouble. What chemical tanker loads looking like out there? I ain't got no chemical load board. Do Chicago 200-mile area, pick up deliver same day. I blew my rear ends with no oil in them. See? Come on now, you got to have the oil in the rear ends. I ran my full synthetic. Yeah, anytime I go get an oil change, I always had them check the transmission and differential oil. Yeah, you always gotta do that. Yeah, but from now on, anytime y'all get an oil change, you had them check the transmission and differential oil, and that way you'll never blow it because if you doing like me, I get my oil change, 10 to 15,000 miles. So, but I'm running conventional oil now. Some of y'all full synthetic. I don't know what y'all oil change intervals is 30, 40, 70, 70. I seen some oil change intervals 75,000 miles. Now I don't know nothing about that, but you know, for me, 15,000 miles. We ain't worried about that. We ain't worried about blowing that. And I always get that. Don't forget the grease of truck. Now that grease is important. That grease is that insurance. Yeah, that grease. That's that insurance right there. Say grease, what is that here, Drew? That's $30. Grease the truck up. Grease the truck for $30. Don't we try to skip out on the grease. Anything else we need to ask Chat GBT around here? What else do we need to ask Chat GPT, man? Oh, I know what I can show y'all. Watch this. How much is hazmat chemicals paid? How much is hazmat chemicals paid going? Man, where I used to pull out of down in Houston, I used to pull out of say Laporte. I'm just gonna put Houston. How much is hazmat chemicals paying? Wait a minute, how much is hazmat chemicals paying from Houston to I'm gonna say North Dakota oil field, North Dakota oil field. Let me give you a guess though. Houston and North Dakota oil field should pay what a hazmat load of chemicals. I'm trying to think what chemical. Um, acid. I want to say sulfuric acid. Um, that lane should pay between 10,000 and 15,000. Let's see what it says. Says $4 to $6 a mile. Need a rate. Let me rephrase that. What lanes pay 10,000 to 15,000? Wait a minute, 15,000 with hazmat. Well, this keyboard here is messing up, huh? Yeah. Give me that information. I want to know about the fake companies. I don't want to know that. What is the lane, bro? Y'all ain't even put no information on here. Watch this. Oh, that's all they do is put the word no, and all of a sudden, voila. Is that how it works? Oilfield fluids, that's what it's called. 1,200 pounds, 42 to 6,000. I'm trying to think, what the hell is in that trailer? Probably got to say what specific trailer it is. What does LNG trailers pay? Somebody said you can't work 7 days a week with 600 miles. It's impossible. What's impossible about it? What you mean you can't drive a truck 600 miles a day? You gotta elaborate. See, LNG. $2 to $3 a mile. Hold on now. Is that the right trailer? LNG? Or is it CNG? That sounds too cheap. Hold on now. Okay, okay. Now let's do what CNG lanes pay 10K plus. Yeah, I'm thinking retention is probably new. Um, might not know what's going on out here in this trucking world. Yeah, I can easily tell you how to run 600 miles a day. I mean, with my truck, bro. You just start the truck up and drive. That's all to that. How do you do 600 miles a day? Start the truck up and drive. Put it in first gear. Hit the gas. Put it in second gear. Work your way all the way up to 13 to 13 gear. 70 miles per hour down in the state. I mean, that's how we do it. And when you get to 600 miles, all right, let me see. Houston, North Dakota with the CNG, $5 a mile. Well, we at 6,000 gross though. That does not sound right. Or did we? Wait a minute, I'm trying to think. Did the loan go to Canada? It couldn't have went to Canada. Okay, wait a minute. Well, okay, hold on. What? What tanker? Oh wait, I think I know what it was. I think it was food grade. What? What kosher? Oh wait, what kosher food grade lanes pay 10K? Maybe it's food grade. I'm not looking for what company is engrossing. I'm looking for the lane. I actually keep telling me about the trucking companies. What's up with the lane, man? Okay, okay. I took a food grade tanker load from Cali to East Coast for 20K. Okay, now come on now. What product do you think it was? I'm about to go to my email. Let me see if I can find it in my email. What? Let me grab my phone. Let me see if I can find it where I charged you 20K. Hold on, let me go to AOL. I know exactly what broke I said that goofy stuff too. Mode transportation, mode trans. See if I can find your email. Yeah, what's the name of that brokerage? Is that him right there? Give me a second. I'm on the the back office. But shoot, I don't know what day that was. Yeah, I don't even know what year that was. Shoot, I don't even know. I ain't gonna be able to find that. I know what liquid boat tankers are lows because I got a broker that constantly email me the rates and stuff. One time I told this dude 20 bands to go from like the west coast to the east coast, and he was gonna do it, but I don't remember what date that was. It wasn't in 2024. I had no authority. It's in 2022. It have been in no 2021. That ain't it. Shoot, I don't even know. I don't even see it. I didn't know 2024. Maybe it was somebody else. Probably somebody else. I don't see it. All right, let me read the comments. Oh, let's see what's going on. Let me see. You can do 450 to 600 miles max 5 days a week. You could have breakdowns and that you can have breakdowns and that can bring these numbers. They also, what if you couldn't grab a load at 600 miles? Also, what if you're at detention and pick up a delivery? Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can easily do 600 miles because you would just get on DAT load board and everything you book, you'll just book 600 plus miles. So the booking part, that's easy. I mean, yeah, the trucks break down, but I mean, the only breakdown is gonna have you on the side of the road forever is if you blow the motor. I mean, on the 12.7, you looking at a coolant hose popping off. I mean, if you in the mountains, you could blow your radiator or something. But it ain't gonna be too much with no 12.7. I don't worry about the what if. I just hold the steering wheel. We'll figure it out when it happens. Also, don't we see you doing 600 miles 7 days a week? Yeah, retention new to the channel. Yeah, yeah. Go hit the subscribe button. That way you can learn what's going on out in this beautiful world we call truck driving. Yeah, nah, retention. Yeah, yeah. You welcome to the channel. Yeah, that's see you gonna learn over here what's going on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You coming from Mr. Charlie's side of things. Yeah, now, yeah, retention now. 600, that's the minimum. See, retention. If you want to get a job, if you want to get a job with these drivers nowadays, shoot, you want to get a job with where they work at, 600 miles. I mean, that's the minimum. I mean, if you can't do that, we can't even. They won't even hire you. Let me see what's going on up in Chicago, man. Let me see. Let me see. Let's go see what the Russians got going on over in Chicago. Let's see. Need a reliable driver to lease a truck. I bet you do. Go on, tell me all about it. Look at that. Look, he got the latest greatest shoe shine. Look like his own personal truck. That Western Star, that don't look like a lease. He needs somebody to come in here and get in here. Now look at this. Let's see. He talking about grossing $6,000 to $12,000. And he is flat being a stepdad though, so he needs somebody at least 24/7 human support. Look, he got a little smiley face. Well, you already know what that means. Oh look, drug friendly. You can be as high as a kite. What we offer? No credit check. Walk away anytime. You know, is that right? Bring your own truck and trailer. Oh, is that right? Oh, oh look, look. If you're broke, they got the cash advance, Zelle, Cash App. I bet they do. Oh, yeah, I bet they do. Okay, let's go see what else they got going on here. 70 cents a mile with a refund. Let's see. Oh, they paying 70 cents a mile now, huh? Huh. 3,000 miles per week. More miles if you desire. Now, the retention. That is important right here. First of all, now this the important part. They only looking for the experience and safe drivers. See, the key word is experience. Okay, that's the first word. The second word, 24/7. Now that actually means something. See, they didn't just write 24/7 because the trucking company is open 24/7. No. See, you got see retention. When you got experience, you know what that 24/7 means. So when they say 3,000 miles or more if you desire. See, people like me, we understand what that means. So when you know what that means, you come over here to the AI and you ask it. Okay, uh, bring up the chart again. We'll drive in $2 a mile, running 3,000 miles per week. Yeah, bring up the chart again. Okay. Okay. If you do 3,000, okay, that's the minimum. See the minimum. You see, we see right here, 3,000 is the minimum, but more if you desire. But really, that desire, see, when you got experience, we understand that desire means that if you don't do more, you're gonna be fired. Yeah, you're gonna be fired. That's what that. If you don't do more miles, you're going to be fired. Okay, that's what that means. Now, I'm just letting you know in case you don't know what it means. Okay, so 3,000 is the minimum. Looking at gross six, trailer 213, factoring fuel, ELD. Looking at take 35. That's what we're looking at take. Okay, but if we do more miles, like my favorite lease driver, what if what if we do 4,200 miles? Is all I'm saying. It ain't about how we can do it. We already know we can do it. That's just holding the steering wheel. 8,400 gross. Okay, 8,400 gross. Uh-huh. Take home 5,000. I'm just saying, take home 5,000. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Just saying. Just saying. Retention says he got 3 raggedy trucks and a reefer. It's unbelievable to do 600 miles. Don't have the motivation. I don't understand what's unbelievable about the 600 miles. I don't. I'm confused. Why can't you do 600 miles with a reefer? Okay, so 600 miles with a reefer. Yeah, I understand you got to load and unload, but you wouldn't be trying to get a load off every day. You would try. You would do two load. You would book like 1,200 to 1,400 miles with 2-day deliveries, and every 2 days you would be trying to unload and reload the truck. So you would be in like, let's say, 1,400 miles. So if you do 1,400 miles and you trying to do 3 loads a week, that's 4,200 miles. So that's how that's done with a reefer. You wouldn't be booking 600-mile runs 7 days a week, trying to constantly be on the dot doing like those. You would literally just go on the load board looking for your 1,400-mile range every 2 days. It's that simple. But as far as the motivation, that's how drive independent. I ain't got no motivation either. That's why I'm just right now. I'm all talk. I'm at the house in the bed with my feet kicked up on YouTube talking about a bunch of nothing because I ain't done that of this. So I feel you. I got 3 trucks too. Yeah. Hey. Matter of fact, Big War just uploaded a video. Big War said he's sick and tired. You got that Tom and Jerry shirt on. Big War, you going too cheap now. Now you got this Tom and Jerry shirt on. That shirt look like it's $3. See, Big War, he going through what I'm going through. This man got a Tom and Jerry t-shirt on. See, I told y'all fellas, man, when you upload the video every day, man, it costs a lot of money to sit up here and constantly buy clothes every single day. Man, what in the world? Man, I shoot how much it costs. Oh, anyways, okay, back to the video. Yeah, man, I think that's about it right there. Man, for my toe people, man, what y'all know about this toe book, man? They got this app, I guess, where I guess they tell you what all cars is up for towing or repo or something like that. Download the app, get to snatching, dispatch your first call. I was looking at some of the apps they got. Cause I'm gonna go ahead and take. See, the reason you don't have the motivation is just like me. See, in order to go out here and do this, it's not that it can't be done. You can clearly do this. The thing is, what is you gonna do with the money? See, if the answer is nothing, then it ain't even worth doing. But if you say, okay, 5,000, if I run these miles and I do this for 90 days and I come up with, I don't know, 50,000, I can take the 50,000 and buy me a house cash, fix it up or something. Then, hey, maybe that would be that would give you the motivation. But a lot of drivers out here ain't got no goals. When you ain't got no goals, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. So let me see something. Back over here to the back office again. Go back to the back office. Why ain't nothing popping up? Saw a house over in the area I used to live in that was like 50K. Is that it right there? Nah, there it is. This one? Oh. Is it just? I do not know the street. Let me see what this is. That's not it. It was a good house. We're in this area. Let me run down these photos. It was on like a main street. Mhm. Probably already sold. Thought I had saved it. Yeah, I bet it already sold. I figured that. Hey, they sold that many houses? You ain't gonna find it. But anyways, man, yeah, man, like if you hit the motivation, like go out and like buy a house right quick or something like that, then you ain't gotta get a house though. You know, just anything that'll give you the motivation to do all that driving. But nah, I've been driving 10 years. I ain't got no desire to get out there and push no 700, 800 miles. But if you got a plan though, if you got a plan in the right lane, I mean, shoot. Yeah, now you see the houses, two the houses listed. Anyways, okay, let me get back to. Man, I think how long got a hill job up? 2 hours? Dang, it been 2 hours. Let me see what it said. Doing almost 700, 800 in each city with reefer with $4 a mile of two loads better than 600 miles. Yeah, yeah. Would you buy a 2017 or newer DD15 with 1 million miles for 30K? Nope. Nah, I wouldn't. Nah, I'm gonna stick with the 2007 and older. Yeah, nah, I want the 12.7. Yeah, nah, I wouldn't get the DD15 with 1 million miles. I really get a 12.7 with 1 million miles. Yeah, I don't want no type of well, first you gotta let me see if ChatGPT know the difference. Let me see. Tell see. Tell me the difference between let me see, 19, let's go 1997 Freightliner Classic Excel with a 12.7 Detroit with 1 million miles versus a 2017 Freightliner. Hey, what am I spelling? Freightliner Stereo. Um, DD15 motor will 1 million miles. 2017 truck has auto transmission. The 1997 has eaten 13 speed transmission. Tell me the um tell me the cost to run each one. Okay, let's see what they come up with. Okay, so we got both engines entered in there. Got the pros and cons. Summary. Here we go. Okay, so obviously the newer truck can get a little bit better fuel mileage. Okay, that's true. Other than that, it says you got cheaper repairs on the 97. Repairs are gonna be more expensive on the newer truck as far as resale value. Both of them gonna be depreciated. Assuming 100,000 miles a year, we got the fuel costs, repairs and maintenance, tires, operating costs. Let's go to final thoughts. 1997 is cheaper to maintain per repair, but will need repairs more often, has worse fuel economy. Let's go to break down the repair costs. Let me see what it's talking about for repairs. Okay, let's do side by side. Can we do side by side? Side by side. Okay, much better. Okay, the rebuild costs DD15 versus a 12.7. Both prices are gonna be the same. You're not rebuilding DD15 for 18,000. Should be about 12,000, 12 to 15. Both of them is 12 to 15. Transmission, we already talked about that. You have about 4,500. You got the automatic transmission, so that's gonna be 10 to 15,000. Clutch over here. Clutch is about 800. Well, back in the day, it was 800. With inflation, 1,200, 15 should be the max. I guess it could be counting labor too. That's probably what it's counting, clutch and labor. Turbo, turbo to 12.7 is about 800 to $1,000. I don't know what a turbo costs on the Freightliner Cascade. Why has it got turbo costing $2,000 and $3,500? Bro, let me go look at the turbo price. Momentum works. Where you at? Momentum works. Turbos. Where you at, man? There you are right there, man. America's best turbo shop, man. How much my turbos cost over here? Well, look at the performance turbos, man. Shout out to them, man. Anytime you walk into a dealership, they got a ridiculous turbo price. Come on over here to my boys over at Momentum Works, man. We get you covered. And depending on what you want to go with on the 12.7 now, if you want the stock turbo, you got that Bull Warner K31. That's their stock turbo. You see the horsepower rating. If you want to turn up a little bit, they got that hybrid situation going on for you. You know, you got that 14 liter. Boom, look, that's what I'm running right there. I got the 1702. That's what I'm running on my 12.7. Okay. But let's look at the prices though. So category, let's go to performance turbo, Detroit. Oh, I got to scroll down. There we go. Okay, so here's my turbo 1702 is $900. Okay, that's how much my turbo costs. Um, go to what's the regular ones? Where's the K31? The K31 is stock. K30. Okay, there's the K31 right there. That's the new one. That's the ultra hybrid. They just came out with this turbo, but it's $1,200. But they got the original one. Should be cheaper. Um, these are all the upgraded ones. Okay, there it is right there. 999 now. So $1,000 if you got the stock K31, and the mine is 900. So this is all I pay for a turbo, man. I don't know what the dealership charge for a turbo, But this turbo right here is what's on my truck. I just pay $900 and ship it to me, and that's it. So I don't know how much the DD15 turbo costs. Fuel injectors. A 6 pack of injectors for 12.7. I thought it ain't like $1,500 or something. I remember. I think it's like 1,500 or something. What do y'all know how much a 6 pack costs? Read these comments. So can I give the 5 new memberships? That's what's up. I'm not sure the 6 pack of injectors on 12.7. I want to say like 1,500 or something cheap. But okay, let's continue. No DEF. We already know that. DEF system repairs. You know that's gonna cost what it's gonna cost. Injector pump repair replacement. I don't even know what that is. That's not even something that applies to us. Suspension steering repairs. That don't apply to nobody. We ain't out here bringing suspension. So we ain't buying spring hangers and all that nonsense. Cooling system repairs. We ain't paying no $1,000 for no hoses. 20 foot of hose, silicate heater hose, man. Well, you probably get it in 50 feet for about $50, maybe. Brakes that's gonna cost the same all the way across. Electrical ain't nothing. I mean, I don't know what you're gonna fix electrical on the truck other than the lights. The lights you gonna fix yourself. You better not be out here paying no $500,000 to wire up a freaking headlight or a tail light. I don't know what it costs on a newer truck. General wear and tear, tires and all that, man. That's about it, man. New set of tires. So some of the numbers it got wrong, but that's alright. But I would say it costs the exact same. The only difference is if you got an automatic transmission on that 2017, obviously that's what's gonna run you the most money is that automatic transmission. But if you got a manual 13-speed transmission, I mean, the overhaul is the same. The transmission would then be the same if y'all both running manual. The clutch is gonna be the same. I don't know about the DD15 turbos. I don't know what they cost. Uh, I don't know what injectors cost on either one. DEF, we would just delete that, so that wouldn't we wouldn't care about that. Ain't no cooling system and suspension repairs. Brakes are gonna be the same. The electrical over on the DD15, I don't know what that consists of. So it's the same. Everything is the same between both trucks at 1,000,000 miles. I mean, it's the same. It's just whichever one is more comfort, feel more comfort for you, I guess. Yeah, that's really it. The only thing that I see is just the 2017 Freightliner Cascadia. I mean, you may have to pay 30,000 for it. The '97 Classic, you may have to pay 13,000 for it. It's just more money up front. That's all. Yeah, just more money up front. Look at these overhaul kits. Let me see something. Look at these overhaul kits. Go over to ATL diesel. See the price difference in these overhaul kits. Let's go to Detroit diesel, DD15. See if they got that PIA. Oh, good God, boy, that PIA. They want $6,000 for the high performance kit on that DD15. Anybody ever tried that? Mm-mm. I had to go to the regular interstate, a regular kit out of frame. I would go with IPD if I had to choose. So about $4,100. Yeah, I would go with the IPD kit. I like IPD, but that's for the DD15. So I would go with that one. The only way I wouldn't buy this is by first I call Freightliner, of course, and see how much the OEM costs. If the OEM is the same price, I go with the OEM. But if the OEM is some $8,000 or something stupid, I'd go with this. Then on the 12.7, the PAI kit, about 4,300. I would go with this over the OEM. The OEM kit gonna cost about the same price. Um, and the IPD kit 3,000 if you want to go with that. But I go with Justin Lewis went with the 12.7 high performance kit. I know some other people that went with it too, but so the kits are about the same. And of course, if you need cylinder heads, you got the cylinder heads, got your camshafts, everything you need, ATL diesel. Oh, they sell turbos too. Oh, they got the injectors too, 300. So yeah, about $1,500 for injectors. Yeah, like I said, they about the same, man. Same price. I think I would probably prefer rebuilding the 12.7 though over a DD15 because I mean people ain't rebuilding them DD15s, man. You already know what they do with them DD15s, don't you? If you don't know, I'm gonna show you what they doing. DD15. I'm gonna show you what they do when it's time rebuild a DD15. Now, this is what they doing right here, boy. Hey, now, say now. They gonna show you something. This is what they doing. They gonna show you what to do with that DD15. Shit. Half crap coming, man. Look here. Ain't nobody rebuilt no DD15. If you don't take that crap out of there, put that 12.7 in there, quit playing. That's what they gonna do with that. Yeah, build no DD15. That crap coming out of there.
And ready to go, man. Shoot. I need this motor in my truck so I can go back to work. Start making some money again.
You heard what he said? He did a new motor in this truck so he can start making some money again. He ain't rebuilding no DD15.
Oh, yeah. So now I'm waiting for Hick to show up. He's gonna come by and pick up the ECU, the harness, and
You gonna pick all that shoe shine up?
Cascadia.
Okay.
This is where he comes into play.
He's coming at 9:30, by the way. He's coming now. Yeah, he's coming.
So that's good. So he can look at that engine and see what the mounts, how far back they go.
Where is that truck anyways? Oh, you put it over there.
He needs to see how far back the mounts go.
He got different parts in this video. I ain't gonna play all the parts.
Bracket mounts that you have on your Cascadia.
Right.
These are meant for those.
Yeah.
You have to move them back.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I get the idea. But yeah, that's what they do to the DD15s, man. I wouldn't rebuild that, man. I'd take that crap down to Houston, Texas, and have them swap that crap out with the quickness. With the quickness.
2015 Freightliner Cascadia repowered. Removed a DD15, installed in 1995, 12.7 liter, 0-mile engine.
Is that right? What engine that, man? Show us the engine. Yeah, look at that right there. Don't they look a whole lot better? Look at that right there. Yeah, only look better when they take that DD15 out and put that 12.7 in here. Yeah. Don't they look at that right there? Don't they look good right there? I know what they do with them DD15s. They ain't rebuilding that shoe shine. Nah. That's what they're doing right there. You see that right there? Look how good they look. I ain't gonna show you something, all right? But Andrew, what about emissions? We're gonna show you what doing emissions. Here's what they do in the emissions right here. This is what they do in the emissions right here. Look at it. T680. They gonna show you something. They look. Drop that Cummins ISS 15, took that crap out, put that 1270 in. I know. 'Cause you know why? Because ain't nobody trying to pay all that money on all that latest greatest shoe shine. They need that old faithful. Tell them, Josh. They want that old reliable engine. That one that they can ain't gonna have on the side of the road. I know. Mm-hmm. Too much. A little bit too much. A little bit too much. Mm. Hey man, I saw a part of Horror was talking about he found a company down there in Florida paying 65 cents a mile, all miles, and then give him the home time he want. I'd take it. I'd take it because at 65 cents a mile, if he did 3,000 miles a week, which we know he can, that's almost $2,000 a week, man. I just take that, drop that lease. I don't even know why he even went back to the lease, but man, yeah, I go take that today. I don't even know what he waiting for. Shoot, man, get him post that truck back. When that check coming out? Shoot, I don't even think he getting a check. PH, you need to go and take that. Yeah, shoot, plane ticket cheap out of Florida anyway. Shoot, you ain't got to worry about tolls and them playing no games. It's 65 cents a mile. Now, of course, you're going to have to ask him about the deductions. That's the only thing you got to worry about. But all that other stuff, man, shoot, man, I'll be on the way down there. 85 cents a mile. They trying hard. Bolingbrook, Illinois, man. Why it sound familiar? 30% gross, 70 cents a mile and up. Well, you pay you 2,500 a week. Uh-huh. Small company looking for a driver. Is that the Pilsky truck? They going to New York too. Who want to go to New York? Not me. You going to New York? But yeah, man, I ain't trying to promote no Chicago companies, man. I just looking around. That's all. Looking around, man. I done held y'all up 2 hours. I wasn't supposed to be on here no 2 hours, but I'm gonna go and get on up over here, man. I guess I'll leave this up. I done shot 2 hours worth of videos. Let me do my final disclaimer. I do not run illegal. I'm not an OTR driver. I ain't got no driving. I ain't got none of this illegal stuff. All this is theory. All this stuff we talked about, all this is all theory. This is a what if. See, all this is what if. What if? What if we took the risk? You know what I'm saying? What if? That's all this is. It's just theory now. I'm not saying, one day you happen to turn the TV on and that 12.7 putting down the miles. I'm just saying, 600 miles, 30 days. I don't know if it can be done or not, but just looking at, those 36,000, take home a new car. That's what I'm looking at. $23,000. You can take that to a dealership. It's time to get a new car. What I got 3 regular trucks laying around, and that's all I got to do. 600 miles a day. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I'll keep that in mind. Anyways, man, I'm figuring on up out of here, man. Y'all have a good night. Like, comment, subscribe, and y'all know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, man. I probably shoot. Let me see what these women want, man, on my line, man. What the hell they texting me for? Let's see. It's okay, I'll send a text message too. Oh, I see the gifted the messages. Let me see what these people want. Will you come see me? For what? Yeah, no, ain't nothing but trouble out there. Nothing but trouble. All right, y'all.